After being off the court for 552 days, Kevin Durant returned with what can only be described as, well, a dunk. And this is a smooth dunk, bro. Like, I can't find anything to criticize about this. He gets the ball, pump fake, smooth transition, drives to the basket, and just calmly slams it home. Damn, that's a good looking play. But one thing I unfortunately can't say the same about is Stephen Curry's performance on Saturday. I'm looking forward to the game for a long time, I can't lie. Well, actually, one day, because I didn't know the preseason schedule until I heard the Rockets were playing, but you get the point. I was expecting Steph to come out with a bang, at least drop 25, and show us why the Warriors are still contenders. What I got was 10 points on 3 of 10 shooting from the field and 3 assists, 2 steals, and a rebound in 21 minutes. He got outplayed in every major statistical category by, are you ready for this? Kelly Oubre. Speaking of Kelly Oubre, however, he certainly didn't disappoint, hitting 2 nice corner threes, which got everyone thrilled. If he can continue to do that, I see no reason why he should not be starting for the Warriors, unlike what some critics are saying. In fact, I think in 2 or 3 years, he could be a side piece to a major contender, and bringing some serious trade value. What I want to say really quickly, though, is the preseason is a time for teams to try new things, new lineups, and new strategies. It's not for us to judge and decide who's going to the finals. So, anything I say here is not on that pretense. Now, speaking of the finals, can the Miami Heat return? We know for a fact that the Lakers probably will, but what about Jimmy Butler and his gang in South Beach? Well, it's up to you to find out, because the game's happening as I speak, and right now, as I'm recording this and improvising, I have no clue what's happening. Now, let's keep it in the South, but move a little west. James Harden still hasn't showed up in Houston, even after the first game, and let's keep it real here. There's no way he's making it through the season in Houston without pulling Anthony Davis. My advice to them, down in Texas, is to stop waiting and ship the fat man out so they can start rebuilding. Now, let's move even further out west to Phoenix. They lost to the Jazz on Saturday, which doesn't mean much considering they didn't have Chris Paul, meaning it's basically last year's Suns minus Kelly Oubre and Ricky Rubio, meaning on top of already having a worse team than the Jazz, they don't have their only functioning point guard and 18 points per game in Kelly Oubre Jr. So, what did you expect? And I don't expect the game that's happening today to be any different. Now, let's shift our focus to the city of Angels, LA. The defending champs haven't played anyone but the fully healthy and participating Los Angeles Junior Varsity, aka Clippers, without their 2 best players and beat them by an average of 15 points. What I'm trying to say is, without LeBron and AD, they beat the Clippers by an average of 15.5 points, while Kawhi and George were playing. That's tough. I did say the preseason is to try new things, but I think this tells us the story of what's going to happen this year with the Barbers, aka the Clippers. Now, let's head up north. We did the Dubs, and no one gives a shit about the Kings and their 16-year-old GM. Portland is insignificant. Minnesota went and lost to the Grizzlies, and the Nuggets lost to the Dubs. But can we talk about Milwaukee for a quick sec? They lost to the Mavs, who didn't play Porzingis and had Luka on the floor for 15 minutes. And they lost to them by double digits. Like, come on. No one was out. Giannis and Middleton dropped 43 together. What's the excuse? The excuse, actually, is bad defense. You gotta hustle on defense, and that's something that the Bucks didn't do, which led them to lose their first game of the year, which is something that can't be good. Now, the Raptors up in Toronto are doing fine. The Knicks won one and lost one with the Pistons, which is fine because no one watched either game. And I think I've covered all the relevant teams. So what can we take away from this preseason? I think that most of the injured players are coming back. They're doing fine. KD had 15. John Wall had a nice game. I don't think that's the big story. The big story is, when will James Harden return to Houston? And there's a chance that he might get traded before he comes back. Anyway, I'm looking forward to it. I'll post a video as soon as it happens, and I'll see you guys next time.